Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on Betcraft. It's another beautiful, Wednesday morning, and it's also Christmas Day. I want to say Happy Christmas to all of you, wherever you may be. Okay, happy celebration to every one of you. All right. Today, once again, we have games that we look into. Even though there are very small amount of games going on across the globe, but we're able to select these very few that we have here and look into it before bringing it forward for you on the Christmas Day. Okay, and hopefully we'll do very well today. Yesterday we had our 6 games predicted, and but 4 was actually successful out of those 6, and it was just one ticket yesterday that saw success. The second ticket of yesterday was actually very successful, and those of us that took part in that second ticket, congratulations to all of you. And today we hope to do well on both tickets, and as usual we have so many these games, and in a short while we'll be looking at it one after the other. But I want to use the opportunity to ask you of us who are coming across our video for the first time and are yet to subscribe to kindly take our time to hit the subscription button right now, so that you will not be missing out on our subsequent games. I will always come up on this very channel on a daily basis. Okay, all right, have you done that? Have you done that right now? Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Also remember to like and share as well, so that I will always get to more audience in this very channel. Okay. Without further ado, let's head to the business of today, and we'll be starting with our very first game. Our very first ticket, which contains 3 matches, and the second ticket also contains 3 matches. And the first game that starts the first ticket is actually in Egypt Premier League, where we'll have Pyramids who will be facing Pharco. Okay. And looking at the recent games of both sides, you could see that for Pyramids, they've actually won 2 matches in the last 6 games that they've had so far. They've also had 2 losses as well as 2 draws in the last 6 games. But Pharco, their way side as well, I've seen 2 wins in the last 6 matches, 2 draws as well as 2 losses. Also, just like at the home side, when you look at how these 2 teams are fared, from home and away perspective, you can see that Pyramids, they done so well from home that in the last 10 home matches that they had so far, they've been able to win 8 games out of those 10 matches, and they've also had 2 draws. They've not lost a single match in the last 10 home matches that they had so far, and it is 80% of the home matches that I've had so far that have resulted to a win for Pyramids. So in this very one, we also look at their away side, and we'll see that Pharco, their away side, who have achieved 3 victories in the last 10 away matches. They've also had 2 losses as well as 5 draws in the last 10 away games that they have so far. When we put all of that together, also noting the fact that the last time both teams met, Pyramids played from away, and it was a 2-2 draw at the end. In fact, the last 3 head-to-head meetings for both sides resulted to a draw each time. But in this very one, saying that Pyramid does so well from home, and we will expect, although all right, we will expect to see the home side either winning or draw and under 4.5 in this very encounter. Seeing that also the last 7 head-to-head meetings for both sides have not resulted to any of them being having a scoreline of more than 4 goals. So it is a home side to win or draw and under 4.5. That's what we expect in that very encounter. And that second game that we have is also in Egypt Premier League, where we have Ismaily who will be up against Haras El Hodood. All right, pardon me about the names. When we look at how these 2 teams fared in recent games, you can see that for Ismaily, the home side, they've had 1 victory in the last 6 games. They've also had 2 draws, but have lost 3 matches. And away side, El Hodood have had 1 win, 2 draws as well, and also losing 3 games, just like the home side. And when you look at how they fared from home and away perspective, from home, the home side, Ismaily, have actually won 3 games only in the past 10 home matches. They've also lost 2 matches, but have had 5 draws. And away side, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 4 victories from away, but they've also had 3 draws as well as 3 losses as well in the last 10 away games that they had so far. And looking at the last time both teams met, it was also this very month in on the 11th of this very month. That was in a cup match, and they won against Ismaily from home by 2 goals to 1. So Ismaily will be looking to revenge this very outcome, and it is the home side to either win or draw and under 4.5. That's what I expect in this very game. Okay, and that takes us to the next for today. It is in Israel. All right, Israel League, where we have Maccabi Haifa who will be coming up against Maccabi Tel Aviv. Okay, and in this very encounter, you could see that for the home side, they've had 3 wins in the last 6 games. They've also had 2 draws and 1 loss. And the away side, Tel Aviv have managed 4 victories in the last 6 games. They've also had 4 draws. They've also had 2 draws as well in the last 6 matches. And when you look at how these 2 teams have performed from home and away, you could see that for the home side, have won 6 matches in the last 10 home games. They've lost 4, and the away side also have won 6 matches, losing 3, and also 1 draw. But both of these sides score lots of goals, saying that for the home side, you know, 7 games out of the last 10 home matches that they had have resulted to over 2.5, and away side have as well have seen a very similar situation, also seeing that it also 8 games out of the last 10 away games for the away side resulted to over 2.5. And in this very encounter, we'll actually go for a very safe verdict, seeing that the last time they met in October, they played out a 2-0 victory against Haifa. So we expect to see a minimum of 2 goals appearing in this very encounter. Over 1.5, that's what we expect in that very encounter, okay? And that concludes the first ticket for us today. And we head to the second ticket. And it starts with a game in Tunisia, where we'll have Tunisia Ligue 1, where we'll have, Gafsa will be up against Tunis. That's Esperance of Tunis. Okay. And Gafsa, the home side, in the last 6 matches have had just 1 win, 1 draw. They've also lost 4 matches in the last 6 games. And which side, Esperance of Tunis have won 3 games and have drawn 3 as well in the last 6 games that they have so far. Looking at how those two teams fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Gafsa, the home side, have won 4 games, but have also lost 6 matches in the last 10 home matches. And also Esperance of Tunis have managed to achieve 4 victories in the last 10 away games. They've also had 4 draws as well as 2 losses in the last 10 away games that they have so far. And looking on head-to-head basis, you could see that the last time both teams met was actually 2016. They were actually had a 0-0 draw on that very occasion. But Esperance of Tunis has been quite dominant of the last 10 head-to-head meetings, winning severally. But in this very encounter, we definitely expect the away side, Esperance of Tunis, to take the day, away side to win outright. That's our body for that very encounter, okay? And that takes us to the Gulf Cup of Nations, where we have Bahrain, who will be coming up against Iraq. And in this very one, we've seen that Bahrain have achieved 1 victory in the last 6 matches. They've also had 3 draws and 2 losses. And the away side, Iraq, have won 3 games, 2 draws and 1 loss in the last 6 games that they have so far. And looking from home and away perspective, playing from home, Bahrain have won just 2. They've actually lost 4 and also had 4 draws. But away side, Iraq, have been able to achieve 7 victories in the last 10 away matches, and they've also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss. And we put all that together, also noting the fact that the last 3 head-to-head meetings produced draw on all 3. In this very encounter, we expect to see the away side, Iraq, either to win or draw in this very game. That's all about it. Away win or draw, that's what we expect, okay? And that takes us to the next. Also, in the Gulf Cup of Nations, where we have Yemen, who will be coming up against Saudi Arabia, okay? And in this very encounter, Yemen in the last 6 have had 4 draws and 2 losses. And Saudi Arabia have had 2 losses, 3 losses, 2 draws, and 1 win in the last 6 games that they have so far. And when you look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Yemen have managed just 2 victories, and they've also had 2 draws as well as 6 losses in the last 10 matches. And the away side, Saudi Arabia, having achieved 6 victories in the last 10 away games. They've also had 3 draws as well as 1 loss in the last 10 away matches. And the last time they met was actually last year, and Saudi Arabia won from away on that occasion by 2-0. And also in 2021, Saudi Arabia won from home excuse me, by 3-0. So in this very encounter, we will definitely expect the away side, Saudi Arabia, who's actually having better quality in their ranks, to rise to the occasion and win out shortly. It is the away side to win. That's our value for this very encounter, okay? And that brings our predictions for you today on Christmas Day to the conclusion. All right, I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes going once again. Remember to also play responsibly. These are football matches. There are no absolutes in this prediction. It is actually speculations based on statistics that we have on ground. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day, and we'll be coming up on this very channel with our predictions. Do not miss out. But until then, keep winning.